guiding principles. You need to integrate within disaster risk reduction. There needs to be synergies at all levels. We need to accommodate multiple time scales. We need to design EWS components with multiple functions. There should be EWS without borders. We should target full vulnerability and hazard type. We should build partnership and individual engagement, target and reach disadvantaged and vulnerable groups. We should demand appropriate technology, and we should embrace multiple knowledge systems. Okay, great. Now the EWS toolkit speaks to a process of three main steps. One, you have to choose the CEWS type, type 1. If your country has an early warning systems function that is working very, very well, you choose the methodology type 1. There's type 2. Type 2 works in country or community context where there is not a well-functioning or well-established early warning system in the country. We'll get to that in a minute. Step 2 is you identify the community and the participants. Now, there's criteria for the community. For example, 1, you should have, think about pronounced loss. What is the loss actually going to look like if something happens? There should be a high exposure to hazards, obviously. There should be a localization, a location where a warning would make the biggest difference. If it's not going to make a difference, don't waste your time and do community early warning systems in the community. If it's already being reached effectively by national early warning systems, doesn't make sense. You need a community where one is not really reached. You need to recognize that loss can be reduced by establishing the CEWS. There should be high vulnerability. Now, step 3 in terms of what you do next is you need to adapt the toolkit and prepare. It is not a one-size-fits-all approach. You need to adapt it to the various contexts. The toolkit is very, very extensive, and the idea is that it can be localized and customized like almost everything else that we develop in the Red Cross. Okay, great. Now you're in 2 different sections. There's a reason for that. Very quickly, I'm not even sure how much time I have left. Let's say that this is one side of the room, and this is the other side of the room. Come to this table, please. Okay, now I'm just going to ask you a couple of questions very, very quickly. I didn't learn yesterday. There was no prize. There's a prize today. Okay, the first question is, if a national early warning systems exists in your country, now it's whoever answers the buzzer first, huh? If a national early warning systems exists in your country, do you roll out a type 1 or a type 2 CEWS? Okay, what do you say? Type 1. Well done. Next question. How long is the CEWS? Okay, crap. 2 minutes. Okay, let's go quickly. The CEWS TOT is usually 8 days long, right? 3 days, 3 days for the classroom training, 5 days for a live workshop in the community. These days in the community include you train community participants. Of course, they need to own the process, but also you need to have associate trainers, and these are the persons who have some sort of DRR background. So the question is, how long is the CEWS TOT live?